Viewers and subs, welcome back to class. Thank you for tuning in. In today's video, per your request, I'll be doing a review on the Sagola 4600. This gun has been out for a while now, but I'm gonna give you my honest review right now. Here I have a bunch of Sagola, right? So we have the 4600 limited edition trophy truck, and then you have the new Sagola, the 4600, and you have the old 4600 Extreme Sagola. So this is the old version to this one. I believe they do have one with the digital gauge. Any gun that I'm buying that's expensive, such as the Sagola, the DVR, the Iwata, I prefer to have a digital gauge on there. It's easier to use and it gets lighter. Using the digital gauge, it gets bulky, and all you have to do is put your ear inlet on, connect your hose, and spray. You see your pressure right there, like the DV1, or you see it here on the Sagola. So for me, a digital gauge is a plus. I've always said that most of these guns are doing the same thing. You know, it's the same body style, the same. They have different technology, but same body style, the gun produces the same results, because at the end of the day, it's the guy using the gun and how you prep your work for paint that really plays the most important role in getting beautiful, flawless finishes, right? Now, this one, you can use the DVR base cap. So we're gonna put that on there for base. We have a 1.2 XL tip inside. Now, if you're gonna use this for metallics, I recommend swapping out the 1.2 for the 1.3, but that depends. If you're doing metallic colors that the flakes are bigger, or if the flakes are finer, then you will be good using the 1.2. And as far as clear goes, it works beautiful with the 1.2. Now, if you're using some thick clear, you might want to go to the 1.3 or the 1.4. So put that on there, 1.2 inside, and the base cap. And then you can switch out the cap for the clear. This is the DVR Clear Pro cap versus the DVR's clear. Now, what's the difference between these cap? If you notice, this has less holes here, these orifices, and you have more on this cap. I know if you guys remember in one of my videos how to understand your paint gun, I go into detail about these holes. The more, the merrier. So that is why this is a pro and this is just a regular one. This cap is better. So you can always just take this off and put on the clear one. Just like that. Now, I think that's pretty awesome. Now guys, here in the booth we have quite a few parts to paint. We have this front bumper here. Did some body work in this area, and then prep the rest of it with 600, because we don't really need to come all the way over here with paint. We have a brand new fender here. We're gonna seal, paint, and clear. And then we have the door here to blend. We need some sealer because we have a new fender, and before we paint and clear that new part, we have to seal it to ensure proper adhesion. We want to get a strainer. This really helps because sealer usually leaves some dirt nibs in there, so you want to strain it out. Our sealer here is a 3:1:1 mixed ratio. Reducer. Alright guys, so this is not ideal to use white sealer when spraying black. We just don't have any black sealer at the moment, so you just gotta use what you have for now. So wide open fan, full fluid, 23 psi. Now you can tell that it's a little grainy. I can get this to look finer, so I'm gonna amp up the pressure by about 2 to 3 psi. Now sealer should be sprayed wet. Make sure you're spraying your sealer wet. Now this gun feels really good in the hand. It's light, it's not too heavy. I'm gonna do the same thing on the door just to keep the color the same. And quickly get some reducer. You can use the one in the can or the one from your gun. Just blend in the edge so it doesn't get too rough. You don't wanna get nothing, you don't wanna get that rough feeling when you're blending. You want your blending to be as smooth as possible. And that's the sealer, the first coating. And it's looking good, guys. The 46 is really living up to its name. All the Sagola I've ever tried has always been great guns. Now after about 4 minutes of flash, we're gonna start with the base. The same cap, the base cap. 25 psi. Guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. The gun is effortless to use. Now we have the first coat of paint on there, guys. Looking really good. This gun atomizes the paint and the sealer really well. Can't wait to see what he does with the clear. Silky smooth. That's what you're looking for when you're painting. You need your base coat to look silky smooth. You know, you can see at the edge of the blend out here is really fine without even adding any blending additive. The 1.2 XL has a lot to do with that perfect atomization. Now let's chat a little bit while that flash is out. guys, there's a lot of guns out there now. There's a lot of guns, a lot of great guns, right? And the a couple guns I can tell you that you can't go wrong with. You can't go wrong with the Sagola. All right, no matter if it's the old series, it doesn't matter if it's the trophy truck, the 4600 Extreme. They're all great guns. You can't go wrong with the Iwata. Great guns. Can't go wrong with DV1, Tecna. You can't go wrong with the Master Pro, the 44 series or the 88 series. So even down to the budget guns, they're all great guns out there. Very good. Some of them, like I'll show you one gun that didn't last. This gun didn't last very long. This is it's like a fake GTI Pro Light, so it's the high fire version. Now, within about a month or so, it started to leak from the packing nuts, so and I have to get packing nuts, so I haven't got around to doing that, so I just put it down. I don't even know when I'm gonna be using this gun again. I even had the Sammer version of the fake GTI Pro. That one gave the same problem. So a couple of guns that never gave me problems is the Iwata, the Sagola, the DV1. So far, those guns has been perfect. Even my old Tecna. This is an old Tecna primer gun, and I bought this years ago. Never had a problem. I don't even clean it as often. I just spray some thinner through it and blow it out. And that's how I clean that gun. Never had a single issue. All I can tell you guys is these expensive guns, they perform. It's not like they just putting out some ridiculous prices out there and saying, hey, this gun is the better gun, that one's better. Guys, they all work, okay? The DV1, the Iwata, the Sagola, those high-end $700 and more, they work, all right? That's all I can tell you. I've been using them for a while and they do work. They're not too heavy. The ones with the digital gauge is a plus. So I'm happy with it. Time to lay down some clear. All right, guys, now we're ready to lay down the gloss. Now, as I said, your prep work, you know, laying down the base coat or the sealer, make sure you have nice, smooth transition. You don't want your body work or your primer to be rough. You don't want the panel to be rough at any time. It should always be smooth. If you have to use a tack cloth on the edges after you do your blending, after it flashes, that's a great idea. Now, I'm not gonna change anything up. I just removed the base coat cap and put on the clear cap, the DVR Clear Pro. I'm gonna be laying it down at the same pressure, 25 PSI. Fan is wide open, full fluid. That's how I'm gonna spray it. So let's get it done.
Now here's something interesting, guys. The main difference between the 4600 and the 4600 Extreme is the actual cap. So thanks to Pete's Hobby, I don't know if you guys ever check out his channel. On Pete's Hobby, he was talking about how you can, well, he was showing you how you can remove the center cap from the 4600 Extreme and put it into the 4600. The diameter of the cap itself won't fit on the 4600 from the 4600 Extreme because the threadings are different, but the center cap, however, can actually fit into the 4600. They're the same.
All right, guys, going in for the money coat. This is the money coat. Now, if you ask me, Mario, what do you think about the Sagola 4600? I'll tell you that it's an awesome gun, and the result speaks for itself. Take a look at the money coat we just laid out on there. Yeah, beautiful finish. And remember, guys, this is no expensive clear. This is an economical clear, a clear that's about 150 bucks for the kit. It's no PPG, you know, it's no Deltron, no top of the line clear like that. But it all comes down to having a great gun, great prep, great patience. Patience is key with this work because sometimes you can see things but you leave it. You're like, yeah, I'll fix it later. It's easy to happen because this work is physical and it gets tiring sometimes and you bypass certain steps. So your prepping needs to look really good, guys. Here's the bumper over here. It looks great. We have good gloss, good, you know, on every line, every curvature. The texture is perfect. The Sagola is a really good gun. Here's the fender over here looking slick. That's what you call a money coat right there. Well, other than that, it's a 10 out of 10 for me, guys. It's a 10 out of 10. With that being said, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for that subscribe, that like, that comment. It goes a long way. And thank you for tuning in to the end. If you did that, congrats.